So what do the leaks mean for American business interests, especially when you hear Secretary Clinton talking about communication and privacy? You got to think about business. David Rehr is former NAB president and professor at George Washington University. Matt Miller is the chief research officer at WealthX. Okay, a pleasure to have both of you with us. Let me put the question to you, David Rehr. How big of a risk is this? I mean, this is just the latest, in a sense, in a series of salvos that threaten the sanctity of private communication. BlackBerry communications now perhaps visible to governments around the world, and now you've got leaks like this.
Right. I think in the short term, there's little harm. In the longer term, Wikileaks is going to move away from espionage, war-related information to probably more economic information. Their anonymous donor or their anonymous person said that they want to stop the exploitation of the first world, of the third world. And I think that means for us that we're going to see more confidential business and financial information globally available to anybody who has a connection on the internet.
Matt Miller, I would imagine a lot of people would want to see communications, let's just say, between defense contractors and certain governments which may not be so friendly to the United States, as one example.
That's one example. And actually, I think I agree with David that if WikiLeaks continues to move towards corporate America, then we have a much bigger problem. But if we're talking about the immediacy of this problem today and what its impact has on global business, I think that American companies will do business with international companies and vice versa, no matter who's in the White House or how diplomacy is run. I don't think that there's really any surprise that the United States was trying to get fuel out of Pakistani nuclear reactors, or that we're concerned about North Korea, or we're concerned about missiles in Iran. I think all of this isn't that surprising. I think that the real global threat is to the economy is a real terrorist threat, currency wars. You have real instability, as we saw in previous segments about the Eurozone and that sort of thing. I think those are the much more pressing issues to the economy right now.
Yes, I'm curious, though, on why perhaps, David, we have not seen more leaks of corporate dealings, because I mean, I gave one example, but I can think of a lot of other ones that would be incredibly damning to the companies involved, very interesting to the general public and governments, and certainly are happening somewhere, and yet we don't ever see that stuff leaked.
Right. Well, on WikiLeaks itself, we've seen why Swiss banks aren't paying their taxes, why the Euro farm system supports unfairly some of its farmers. They haven't really moved into straight corporate America yet, but I suspect they will. Just at the Department of State, we have the Office of Commercial and Business Affairs, 288 embassies and consulates around the world. You've got to think that some of those folks are helping American businesses with business deals. Some of that stuff's going to get out.
All right. Well, thanks so much. We appreciate it. David, Matt, thanks for being with us.